Hi, I'm Janine from Purple Room Yoga, and today I'm going to do a sequence for before gardening and after gardening. We don't really think of gardening as exercise per se, but it is still a physical activity, and warming up properly ahead of time can make a difference in your experience. There's a lot of bending over and pulling and yanking and shoveling and things, and you want to make sure that your body is prepared so you don't injure yourself later. So we're going to start on our hands and knees. Coming into a nice table pose, stacking the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Inhale a breath. As you exhale, round through the lower back, through the middle back, through the upper back, coming into a cat pose. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the waist, pull the chest forward, coming into cow. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine as you round through the lower back, then the middle back, then the upper back, coming into cat. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the waist, pull the chest forward, coming into cow. One more time, round into cat, starting with the pelvis, rippling up the spine, let the head drop last. Inhale, reverse into cow pose. Again, moving one vertebra at a time from the tailbone to the head. And then shift into your right hand. Slide the left arm under the right arm as you twist to the right. Press down through the right hand to reach the left arm high. Again, thread the needle, slide the left arm under and twist. Press down through the right hand to reach the left arm high. One more time, reach under and twist. Stay here, reach the right arm to the ceiling. And then wrap it behind you. Maybe the hand comes to the lower back, left hip, left waist. Maybe you find the left thigh. Bringing equal weight to both knees. Spinning the right shoulder over the left shoulder. Deep breath in to fill the body with breath. Exhale slowly to gently twist. Take another inhale. Exhale. Coming back up to table, inhale. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, reverse into cow, moving one vertebra at a time. Use the abdominals, pull the front body into the back body and round into cat. Inhale, reverse into cow. One more time as you exhale, round into cat. Last time to cow pose. And then as you exhale, shift into your left hand, slide the right arm under the left arm and twist to the left. Press down through the left palm, reach the right arm high. Exhale, thread the needle and twist to the left. Press down through the left hand, reach the right arm high. One more time, reach under and twist to the left. Stay here, reach the left arm to the ceiling, and then wrap it behind you. Hand to the lower back, right hip, right waist, right thigh, whatever is available to you. Feeling equal weight on both knees, spinning the left ribs to the ceiling, right ribs to the floor. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Try not to force the stretch. Take another deep breath in and a slow breath out. Coming back up to table. Step the right foot forward to the outside of your right hand and then tuck the left toes under and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Spin the knees and toes out to the sides, 45 degrees. As you inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips as low as they'll go. And then as you exhale, lift the hips and fold forward. Press the knees open as you drop the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips and fold. Press the knees open as you sink through the hips. Exhale, lift through the hips and fold. Stay here, maybe sway a little bit side to side. Feeling that outer hamstring, outer calf stretch. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then bending the knees, step the left foot back to a lunge. lowering the knee to the floor, and step back to table. Sit back in a child's pose, breathing in and breathing out. Lifting back to table. Step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. Tuck the right toes under. Step the right foot forward to the outside of the right hand. Again, spin the knees and toes out to the side 45 degrees, pressing the knees open as you drop through the hips. Press the heels down as you lift the hips up. Press the knees open, engage in the glutes as you drop the hips. Exhale, lift the hips and fold. One more time, press the knees open, drop the hips, lift the chest. Exhale, lift the hips and fold forward. Maybe sway the other way first, just letting the body drop. Breathing in and breathing out. And then bending the knees. Rotate the left toes forward, step the right foot back to a lunge. Lower the knee, step the left knee back, and sit back into child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. And rolling it up to sit. And you're going to grab a chair. Find a nice sturdy chair. And you're just going to place it on your mat. You want to make sure the chair doesn't have any wheels. Standing in front of the chair, feet are parallel, hip to shoulder distance apart. As you inhale, reach the arms high. As you exhale, bend the knees, find Utkatasana, and then resist gravity as you sit down on the chair. Press through the heels, come back to Utkatasana. Squeeze the glutes as you come all the way up to stand, and then bring the hands together in front of the heart. Sweep the arms out and up. Inhale. Lift up as you bend the knees, Utkatasana. Resist gravity as you sit down in the chair. And then shift forward into Utkatasana. Press through the heels to stand up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Lift the spine upward as you sink the hips deeply. Slowly sit down onto the chair. Exhale, shift back forward off the chair. Press down to stand up. Bend the knees. Exhale. Sit to the chair. Inhale. Squeeze the glutes and shift forward. Squeeze again to come to stand. Bend the knees to sink. Sit down. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge forward. Press down to stand up. One more time. Inhale, exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale to sit. Exhale to hinge. Press through the feet to stand. And release. Moving the chair off to the side for the moment. Coming back down onto your hands and knees. Step the right foot forward to a lunge. You can bring the hands to the floor blocks on either side of your right foot. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, straighten the right leg to reach the hips back. Bending the knee to melt the hips forward. Straighten the leg to reach the hips back. Bending the knee, inhale. Exhale, straighten. Two more times, bend and melt the hips forward. Straighten to reach the hips back. One more time, bend. Exhale, extend. Stepping the right knee next to the left and step the left foot forward to a lunge. Again, the hands can be on the floor or blocks, whatever works for you. Lift through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, press the heel forward as you reach the hips back. Rock the hips forward, opening through the right hip flexors. Straighten the left leg, opening the left hamstrings. Bending the knee, inhale. Exhale, extend. Two more times, inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. One more time, bend. Exhale, extend. Stepping the left knee next to the right. And sit back into child's pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Come rolling it up to sit. That was your warm-up for gardening. Notice we didn't do any static stretches. It was all movement to warm up the muscles and get things flowing. Have a great time gardening. Now that you're finished gardening, it's time to cool your body down. And this way you won't be sore or hurting later. So we're going to start standing with your feet about hip distance apart and parallel. Clasp opposite elbows, bend your knees, and hinge forward, melting forward over the legs. Letting the head be heavy, creating length in the neck. Let the elbows be heavy, creating space in the shoulders. Let the rib cage be heavy, lengthening out the lower back. And the more you can drop your torso toward your thighs, the better. Knees are bent or slightly bent. You can even straighten the legs if you prefer to get a little more hamstring stretch. But keeping the knees bent gives you a really nice opening in the lower back and spine. Letting gravity lengthen out the vertebra. Letting the top of the head lead the way. And then clasp the hands with the other forearm on top. So see the arms switch. Letting the upper body drop. And now if you like, you can straighten the legs partially or fully, taking more of a hamstring stretch. Activate the quads in the front of the thighs as you lengthen the spine downward. Take a deep breath in to fill the body with breath. Exhale slowly just to relax. Trying to have the hips be the highest point on your body. And then keep in your forward bend and interlace the fingers behind you. Squeezing the shoulder blades, reaching the knuckles away from the hips. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Turn your gaze back to center. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder and back to center. And then interlace the fingers with the other fingers on top. So whatever thumb is on top, switch all the fingers over so the other thumb's on top. Turning your gaze over your left shoulder. Turning your gaze back to center. Turning the gaze over the right shoulder and back to center. Release the hands to the hips and down to the floor. Bending the knees. You're going to sit down on the floor and hug your knees into your chest. Circling the knees in one direction. And then circling the knees in the other direction. Hugging the knees straight into the chest. Open the arms like a T. And drop the knees over to the left. Lift the right leg up, let the left leg follow. Drop the legs right. Left leg lifts, right leg follows. Drop the knees left. Right leg lifts, left leg follows. Drop the legs right. Left leg lifts, right leg follows. Drop the legs left. Stay here. Spinning the left ribs to the ceiling, right ribs to the floor. Reach the right hip forward toward the far end of your mat. Trying to stack the hips one on top of the other and breathe into the twist. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Deep breath in to fill the body with breath. Exhale slowly to melt into your twist. Take another deep breath in and a slow breath out. Reach your left arm over your head and roll onto your left side. Reach down to grab the right foot. Draw the heel toward the buttock and reach the right knee toward the far end of your mat, taking a quad stretch. Feel the tailbone lengthening toward the knee. The heel comes to or toward the buttock depending on your quad opening. Slide the right knee slightly back behind you if that's available to you. Breathing into the front of the thigh. Breathing out, feeling an ease, be gentle with yourself. Take another deep breath in. Exhale. Release the foot, come back onto your back. Cross the right ankle over the left knee, so you're making a little number 4 with your legs. And then pull the left knee in toward the left shoulder. Right arm reaches through the triangle, and then interlace your fingers behind the left thigh. Using the arms, draw the left knee toward the left shoulder. Right elbow gently presses the right knee forward. Tailbone drops. Breathing into the hip stretch that you feel. Use the exhale to soften. Try to let the legs relax completely. The arms are doing the work. Letting the tailbone drop toward the floor. As you pull the left knee toward the left shoulder, try not to let it fall toward your midline. Right elbow can gently press the right knee forward as the left knee comes toward the chest. Breathing in. Breathing out. Relax the shoulders, maybe a rolled up towel under the head or a block for a little support if you need it. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Uncross the legs, hug the knees into the chest, open the arms like a T, and then drop the knees over to the right. Spinning the right ribs to the ceiling, left ribs to the floor. Lengthen the left hip forward toward the far end of your mat. Deep breath in to fill the body with breath. Exhale slowly to relax into your twist. Try not to force the twist. Try not to fight the twist. See if you can find your breath, breathing space into where you're feeling the stretch. And then use the exhale to relax those muscles. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more inhale. Exhale. Reach the right arm over your head, roll onto your right side. Reach down to grab the left foot and draw the heel toward the buttock. Lengthening the tailbone forward. Feel the stretch in the front of the thigh. Again, the heel may or may not actually touch the buttock depending on your quad stretch. Feel the left knee lengthening toward the far end of your mat. Feel the tailbone lengthening toward your knee. Breathing into the front of the thigh. Breathing out. Take another inhale. Exhale. Coming onto your back, cross the left ankle over the right knee, and then bring the right knee toward the right shoulder. Left arm reaches through the triangle, and then interlace both hands behind the right thigh. The arms pull the right knee toward the right shoulder. The left elbow can gently press the left knee forward. Keeping the legs where they are, lengthen the tailbone toward the floor, and you'll feel a little bit more in that left hip opening. Breathing deeply. Exhaling slowly. Try to relax the hips and the legs as you breathe. Imagine breathing space into that left hip. And as you exhale, relax into that space. Letting go of the resistance, letting go of any tension in the body. Take another deep breath in, fill the body with breath. And exhale all the way out. Uncross the legs, hug both knees into the chest, and you can either roll to one side or rock yourself up to sit. Coming into a comfortable seated position, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale the hands together in front of the heart. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Have a great rest of your day.